Well, hello again, curling fans, and welcome back to the second draw of the 2024 Everest Canadian Senior Curling Championships. We are at the Curl of Moncton Curling Club in beautiful Moncton, New Brunswick. I'm Dan Hollowaychuk, and joining me in the booth is Olympic gold medalist Penny Shantz, and who is also the reigning three-time Masters champion. And we are going to be bringing you a ladies' match, Manitoba against Nova Scotia.
And it should be a great match tonight. This is the first time out for both these teams. They had practice ice earlier today, and so got to know the ice a bit, and then their pre-game practice, at which time they throw the last stone draw to determine the hammer, who gets a hammer in the first end. And the Nova Scotia girls, or ladies, just about put it on the pin with both their shots. So they've got the hammer in the first end, and we look forward to an exciting game.
Yeah, so Nova Scotia will have the hammer here. We do have updates coming to you from the other games. We only have a total of 5 games on this draw, and we'll be giving you the updates as those come along. And yeah, game draw number 2, and I think a lot of these teams probably came out, scouted the ice a little bit from the first draw, so they'll have a good understanding of the sheet and what to expect, plus all their practice rocks that they've thrown. So I expect a lot of good shots to be made here.
The Nova Scotia team here has a lot of experience at Scotties and major events, so they know how to do it right. A lot of them have won Nova Scotia a few times with well-known curlers, Colleen Jones, and of course Marianne Arsenal, my old skipper. She moved away on me.
I hear she's coming back.
Yeah, she's going back there, and we'll miss her. So tonight, Nova Scotia, the skip is Teresa Breen, the third is Carrie Denny, the second is Janie Flynn Burton, and the lead is Mary Sue Radford, common names in curling, and they curl out of the Halifax Curling Club. The Manitoba ladies are from the Hamiota Curling Club. The skip is Kathy Isaac. The lead is Lynn Sandercock. The second is Sheila Gregory, and the lead is Sandra Cowling. And they have a little bit of experience with some senior women's and some Masters championships. And I think one of them at least curled for Lois Fowler, who is well known to curling and has since passed away, and we miss her. But she did play, Lynn played for Lois back in 2009 in the senior women's in PEI, and they came home with the bronze that year.
Scotties. Oh. So just the game getting underway here, and saw the first rock go through the house. We did notice during the practice session that it appeared that the ice did keen up a little bit more from the first draw, so maybe a little bit fooled on that. And the first rock for Nova Scotia was in the back of the house, and a hit and a rollout, and now we're into the last of the leads rocks.
Right. We noticed that in timing the rocks, that the first game we were getting about 14.5 seconds, maybe a little more hog to hog. But on the last stone draw here, we did get a time of 15-1 to the button, pretty much, right? With no sweeping.
No sweep.
Right. It's keened up. There's no one playing on the sheet next to them. The cameramen are out there, and there's no one playing on sheet 1 out here. So we'll see if that has some effect on the ice tonight. This is excellent ice this afternoon, though.
Yeah, and it looks like they're getting it going here. Manitoba looking to put a center guard up, and we have a corner guard out there from Nova Scotia. So if you're just joining us for the first time, you can also check out and look for other scores as they happen and the standings at curling.ca/scoreboard. And you can keep up to date on the other sheets in case we don't get to them quick enough for you.
Right. And they are actually streaming. This is the only one that we're commentating on, but they are streaming 3 sheets. So, and the other 2 sheets they're streaming are PEI in Ontario, and it looks like Yukon and Newfoundland.
Right, and the facility that we are at here is made up of basically two 5-sheet buildings, but they're connected. So we can't really see the other 5 sheets, but we will be getting you updates on those sheets as we get them.
Right.
She's probably rolling out. Okay.
The other side, the other 5 sheets are actually, they've turned that into a pickleball courts, and they put ice back in for this event only, and then the ice will come out, and they'll go back to pickleball. But they did just finish hosting the U21 mixed doubles.
Right, so they put it in for these 2 events. So the rocks and ice have been here for, well, this is the 2nd event. So I think the ice makers have got the ice to where they want it, and the rocks seem to be reacting fairly well.
They look good.
Yeah, so just the 1 corner guard left in play here.
Looks like Manitoba's trying to put up their center guard. They're going for that steal in the first end.
I think this one's going to slip into the rings. So when you played, Penny, did you prefer to get aggressive early, or did you wait till you got a good feel for the ice? Were you a gambler, or were you cautious?
I think I would have to say I used to be cautious, but now that I'm a master, I like to be a little bit more aggressive, because it doesn't matter what you do.
Okay.
They're going to do it anyways, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Make it curl.
Yeah, and you know what? When the ice is, this good, and you get practice rocks, it's like starting in third end of a game.
Yeah,
so
you should know the ice.
You can get going at it pretty quick. The earlier draw today, I think we saw none of it, a little tentative. It looked like they were going to start aggressive in the first end, and then, well, they weren't able to execute with a lot of guards and stuff. But we'll see how the ladies' game goes here.
I think we'll see a little bit more aggressive play than we saw this afternoon. Teresa and her team, they'll mix it up pretty good, I think.
Yep. And we're at third rocks for Manitoba. This is Lynn Sandecock.
Yep.
And she's got an open hit on the weed side.
Whoa,
Trying to roll under.
I got it.
Looks like it's hanging out there a little bit. Might hang in the rings. Come up a little more. Nope. It's rolling out.
You get to draw, Carrie.
So we'll see. Nova Scotia's going to come around. A rock is splittable. Want to try to just do that? Maybe they'll save that for later.
Yeah, that's a good miss too, right? Good plan B.
Yeah. I mean, if you're coming around, you take it, you put it on the rings. You got 2 on.
Okay, it looks heavy.
7, 8.
I think we're
Okay, whoa.
back line.
It's heavy, yeah.
Yeah. Pack.
Okay.
64 split.
Okay. Yeah, 13.
Okay, the sweepers are backing off on this one. Yeah. 13, I heard somebody say a 13 something, so that's not going to hang around. So
It's too bad, missed opportunity. But it is early, it's the first end. Still getting used to the ice a bit.
Hit and roll.
and Manitoba looking to just get rid of the corner and hopefully roll on the rings.
Whoa. Yep. Yes. Hard.
This one looks like it's moving pretty good. They're trying to hold it.
Pretty good.
Got the roll.
Shot.
Very good shot. So a fairly open end.
And you would expect that. They're just, both teams are first time out here in the game, starting a national championship. They don't want to go crazy right now. They're still got those first shot jitters. Get those out of your system, and then you can go from there.
Yeah, and I mean,
Start to feel good.
these are your confidence builders right here.
Clean.
Oh,
Clean's good. No, it's fine, Teresa. Just clean. Clean. 10-2. Nice weight, Carrie.
nice little control weight. Get and stay. We're into the skipper's rocks. Be a
Okay, I'm looking at this Teresa's team here. So Teresa's the skip, but actually Mary Sue Radford is the skip. She's calling
the game.
I think she throws lead rocks and then she goes down and skips the game.
Okay.
Yep. Hard.
Kathy Isaac, she's doing both. She's throwing and calling.
Right to it. Hard.
Got this a little bit tight.
Hard. Don't leave
Might
it.
be a little tight.
Yeah, they're going hard to try to hold it, keep
Good
it in the
sweeping.
rings. I think it's going to just hang on the other side of the sheet, move it around a little bit.
Little snug. Okay, you want to throw it? We haven't thrown one. I'll just throw. You want to throw the out turn just like that?
Okay.
Okay.
You want 10 or 10 5?
10.
Another 10-second control weight hit coming down.
The 10 is the time between
All right,
the two
throwing
hog
10.
lines. You were to time it, it would take 10 seconds for that rock to get from the nearer hog line to the farther hog line. And that's how you time your weights. 10 is a nice controlled weight. Your rock's going to stick around. Just throw any more weight than that, it's going to be harder to hold it into the house, hold the rock.
Yeah, with an 8 or a 7 being a lot firmer,
Right.
and your 14.5, 15 being your draws.
Clean. Yep.
Clean. No. No.
This is hanging out there a bit.
Yeah, but
It looks
the
pretty good.
control weight should come up some at the end.
It's not.
They're running it.
Thanks. Good call.
Yep.
Okay, that works.
We actually saw that a little bit in practice where Teresa had thrown a couple of draws down this side and
Yeah, she
they
could-
stayed a little straighter.
They couldn't get them to curl up to the button there, so whether it's the release or just some spots in the ice where it's
Could
just
be.
running a little bit straighter.
We'll have to watch that.
Nobody indicated anything that the weight was a little more than what they wanted.
On that side.
So yeah, Manitoba just trying to put one in the paint here, and I think hoping that Nova Scotia will get a nose hit and they'll get an easy force out of it.
Skip, Kathy Isaac.
Sweepers aren't touching this one yet.
Looks like butts.
A little bit heavy.
Yeah, sweepers are backing right off. Got Mary Sue ready to sweep her right through, so she's gonna leave her skipper an easy blank for this
Teresa,
first
do you have
end.
an area you want to see?
Yeah, do you want to do the wing out there?
Let's do this one. Excuse me.
So you see them, you know,
me.
moving the broom around, and there's nothing in play. What they're trying to do is get a little more knowledge on a spot in the ice where maybe they didn't practice any rocks there or haven't seen anything yet. So
Nice throw.
rather than just firing one down, they're trying to gain some maybe some knowledge for a rock that they're going to use later.
And Teresa's following her rock
Good.
down there. See what it's going to do.
Yeah, it's true.
Yep, so that's
See?
first end in the books. We have a blank end, and we'll be right back with end 2 action.
Curling means so much to our family. Obviously, it's a big part of our life. Isabella always says that she wants to be an Olympic champion curler when she grows up, which just melts my heart. But it also has shown them that if you work hard, anything is possible. If I was to ask them if they wanted to chase a dream, they believe that anything is possible as long as they put the work in, and it's because of watching us on the ice.
Everest is here to support you in the moments that matter. Learn how at everestfuneral.ca.
It takes passion and a whole lot of dedication to meet Cavendish Farms' high standards. To become an epic late-night snack. Part of the ultimate breakfast. and the dinner crew crowd pleaser. From Canada's favorite French fries to onion rings, hash browns, and potato tots, Canadians can count on Cavendish Farms to serve top quality every time. Cavendish Farms, made our way, enjoyed your way.
And welcome back to the Everest Senior Curling Championships, Moncton, New Brunswick. Dan Hollowaychuk here with Penny Shantz, and we're into N2 action. It looks like we've got the start of bigger things to come here, with a center guard actually coming up and come around half-buried attempt by Nova Scotia.
Right. Looks like she can get it, no problem. They do have play with the no-tick rule, but that guard is not in play. It's not
On the
touching the center line, but even if it was their own rock, so I guess they could tick it off anyways.
Right.
It's a pretty good shot. Nice
Do you like
control weight.
forward? Bumper, yeah, I like bumper, yeah. Okay.
Second leads rock.
So Mary Sue just trying to come down, hit this, and she can't really roll under that guard, so they're going to try to roll it to a little bit to the open.
Close.
Just cleaning it. Looks pretty close here.
Like a really nice throw.
Yep.
Let it come up a little bit.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Yeah, rolled it out.
It must be perfect because there's yes and whoa.
Yeah,
Always like that when you can hear that. One's yelling yeah, one's yelling whoa. You know you're close.
yeah, it must be. That's okay, she's rolled out to the side. No chance the other team's gonna get a hit and roll here. And if they do, it'll be behind the tee line anyways. This is the second for Manitoba, Sheila Gregory.
Girl, 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 girl.
And they're trying to get this one to hook over to stay. I think it's, once again, it's hanging out a little bit on the wide wings here. I think everybody's being full with that a little bit. She said she threw it well, so probably just a little over iced and not getting it to finish the way they're thinking.
And the last end when Teresa threw that, her last rock through the house just to see what the ice was going to do, I thought I heard them just talk a little bit about how the ice might be a little bit straighter, so we'll have to watch that. Definitely was not straight ice this afternoon.
And so, as you mentioned, Mary Sue Radford calling the game here for Nova Scotia. And they're coming around the center, so we might have some few rocks in play around the center guard if they can get this one to bury.
This is not burying at all.
No.
Yeah.
We do find that a lot of the movement is from the hog line in.
Yeah, definitely
Nice.
movement is all late. It will run with some weight.
Threw that well, Sheila.
And
But
that
it-
wasn't swept at all the way down, so it wasn't really sweeper's weight. It kind of got there on its own.
Yeah, and this is a little bit open plus. So Manitoba could go either way with this one.
Yep. Whoa.
It would be on top of the tee line if they rolled
Does that
underneath.
look tight to me?
Going, yes, hard. Hard, 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 hard. Hard, hard.
Going to be
Okay.
clipping the guard a little here.
I don't know why that snapped. Watch your feet.
I thought it snapped, but out of her hand, I thought she might have turned it a bit inside, and the skip maybe didn't pick up on it.
Yeah, that was,
Yep.
well, that was a
'Cause it was
tighter
gonna
line than
go.
anything else around the center. So,
Yeah.
so now Nova Scotia has a chance to
Split in the house.
split the house. So they will have a little time to try to hold the split house for
T-line.
their dues here.
Looking for T-line.
They're trying to get these two rocks even and as wide
Line's
spread
good.
across the house as they can, making any
T-line.
double
There.
for Manitoba more difficult.
Curling very much.
14-7.
Yeah.
Oh.
Back 8.
It's gonna stop.
Sit.
Really nice, Jane.
Nice.
Nice shots.
It's from second, Janie Burton. She's Janie just moved back here. She was curling down at the Coyotes Curling Club in Arizona, my second favorite club in the world, and she had quite a lot of success down in Arizona, playing down there. She also played in Canada prior to that, but down in Arizona, I think she was, let me see here if I can find this. She was skip of the USA Club Nationals team. And yeah, curling out of the Coyotes Curling Club. So
I just saw something about a bond spill coming up there right away.
Yeah,
so I
I'm
think
going.
they get a lot of Canadian representation down there.
it's a great club. And hi to anybody that's watching from down there right now, watching Janie, because I know that you're all avid curling fans. And hello to the Coyotes Curling Club.
Whoa.
10-5.
Whoa.
So nice hit and roll over to tighten these two rocks up, gathering them together, making a double easier. Or it looks like they got the kiss and they're going to roll off the rings here. So,
9-9.
so yeah, it's we're playing in a rink here where there is no sideboard. So you may see some rocks come in from another sheet sometimes. As a skip, you may need to be a little bit more alert here. That one wasn't going at too quick a pace, but anything that touches those lines will be out of play on the outsides.
Okay, I have another story about Janie. Her grandfather played in the 1947 Brier.
Clean it.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
R.J. Flynn.
Hard.
Wow.
Yep. Hard. All the way. Yep. All the way, girl. Yep. Shot.
She didn't say he won, though.
Well, he was there. He's hit and stay.
10.
But once again, not a whole pile of rocks in play. They did try to get things going with that one center guard, but eventually everything's moved into the house here. So I think I don't think there's going to be much of a chance for a deuce. So Nova Scotia is probably just going to try to blank this end and keep the hammer for another end.
Clean. Nice carry. Nice. Good sweep, Jane.
And a good hit and stay, and we're going into the skip rocks.
You know, one thing I do notice about the Nova Scotia team already is they all look like they have a consistent rotation on their rock and a consistent release. It's very nice and crisp, and they've got the same amount of rotations coming down, so that makes it so easy for the skip to read.
Very true. Yeah, and the closer you can get in those things, I think in your communication, if you can keep your communication going, I think your chances a lot better. So the first of the skips rocks here.
Curl.
A little firmer than some of them have been thrown here. This is running the line. Not sure we're going to be sticking around with this one.
Not a bad throw.
Yeah, just ran a little bit straighter on her.
A little straighter. Where's she going to hide this one, Dan?
Well, she's going to want to put it in the paint for sure.
So probably a 15 here.
Don't know that she would have noticed any tendencies of the other skip, but trying some new spot on the ice, I would probably think.
And it gives Teresa a chance. I don't think she's thrown a draw yet, so this gives her her draw opportunity, get her weight down.
Yeah,
even though she did put it on the pin pretty much with her pre-shot.
Yeah.
LSD.
And that's one key why you want to try to hit and stick around, because if you can keep the other skip from getting chances to throw these draws, and when it comes time to do it and they haven't done it for the whole game, I think your odds of them maybe not making that shot a little better.
That's lovely.
And she's once again very consistent with her weight, finding that T line.
Nice weight.
So
try and hit and stick here.
yeah, stay somewhere to make the blank. A little tougher than a free throw through. I just want to let everybody out there know that if you want to get any tickets for any of the upcoming Curling Canada events, you can go to curling.ca/tickets. There are a bunch of events upcoming. We have the next one being the Canadian Mixed Doubles Olympic Trials, December 30th to January 4th in Liverpool, Nova Scotia.
Right.
Weights down. Yep.
Curl.
Down, Len.
Curl it.
Weights down. They're trying to get this one to move up. Once again, they've found this outside wings to be fairly straight. Still trying to make this one curl up. And I don't know if she's cut back her weight enough to make it stay.
She
Doesn't look like
just
it.
got a piece of it.
Yeah, so once again,
They might want to have a discussion about, maybe we need to tighten up the ice a little bit there.
yeah, the sweepers are getting a little bit off a little bit easy here, or making them have to try to just curl.
What turn does she want? What turn? Out
Well,
turn.
I know that the Kelowna Briar, the Montana's Briar is coming to Kelowna, BC, and I live in the area, and I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah,
End of
that's
February.
February 28th to March 9th. And just prior to that, February 14th to 23, we got the Scotties in Thunder Bay. And here comes the freebie shot for the blank in the second end. So once again, we have no score, and we'll be back with the third end action right after this.
Grip her first.
Don't forget your brooms.
You got it.
Come on. Okay, what else? What do you got? You got one, you got two, you got...
Just one little, please.
You make moments like these possible.
From cash spiels to grand slams, club competitions to world championships, there's a lot to keep up with on the pebbled ice. Stay up to date with the Hardline Curling Show, your weekly source for everything curling, with the latest event results, breaking news, interviews with players, executives, and insiders, plus behind-the-scenes access you won't get anywhere else. Follow us on Facebook, X, Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube. Make sure you don't miss a thing.
And welcome back to the Everest Senior Curling Championships. We have action for you on Sheet 3. Women's draw, Manitoba against Nova Scotia, going into the third end with no score. We're going to give you a couple updates on some of the other action happening out here. In our building, we have the Yukon and Newfoundland men's, and we have Yukon leading that one 1-0.
10-5.
And on sheet 3, we have Prince Edward Island against Ontario men's, and we have PEI leading that one 1-0.
And over in the other building, next door, Alberta men are playing Northern Ontario, and it's a tie game right now after two ends, 1-1.
Curl.
Paul and Rosengren is Northern Ontario. So they're tied up. And the other game is a ladies' game, and it's Ontario Rizzo, Joanne Rizzo, and playing against Prince Edward Island's Bradley. And the score, Joanne actually, Ontario got up 3-0, but Prince Edward Island has come back with the 1, so it's 3-1 after 3 ends. And for Ontario, Ontario has the hammer.
All right, and back to our TV game here. You can see the red rock in the back of the house, and I don't think that they wanted it that deep in the house, trying to get something going. Manitoba, you know, I don't know if they're finding the ice that quicker and just haven't caught on to it yet. They were unable to put up the guard, and
Just trying for a guard here, though. Nova Scotia has their corner guard up, too. They tried that a couple ends ago. See if it works this time.
See if I can get it into play.
Now, Dan, do you think that that corner guard maybe could be over a little bit, closer to the 4 foot?
You want to go around the corner?
I think the ice has some good enough swing. It's far enough out they can get around it, making a run back a little more difficult. The Manitoba Stone didn't quite get to the center line, but we're already at the past the 5 rock stage, so they don't have to worry about biting it and ticking it anymore.
I guess that the other thought with that corner guard being out there is if you had to play the out-turn draw coming into the center, you don't want to block off your shot, right?
Right.
Line. Yes, line. Yep, yep.
Well, this one looks like it's got some curl going out to the wings.
That looks nice.
Yeah.
Hard, hard, hard,
Come
hard.
on, sweep that.
By the
Good
guard.
sweeping.
She's by the guard. Very nice.
Pretty good.
Well executed.
Good. 15-1. Very nice.
Now Manitoba has a little decision.
Want to go
Do you
here?
chase it? Try to open it up early.
Do you like that, Dan?
Yeah, she's going to try to come down there. Corner freeze on the yellow, and if she takes the guard and rolls in the rings, that's not the worst thing. It'll be open for her next one. So, few options on this one.
Yep.
They're on it pretty early.
Hard.
Looks like it might be a little light, too.
Yeah, they're going hard on this one.
On the guard.
It's on the guard, so now you just want to make sure you can. It's not even going to get to the guard, so.
Well, you got an opportunity to lie, too, here behind that guard.
Yeah, so now we're going to have a few more rocks in the house. We've got some guards.
Go here, or do you want to go around?
I don't mind around that way.
Okay, let's go here. Okay. Top 8.
Like that call?
Yeah, that's it. Come around top 8 on the one side where it can't roll under the whole pile of all the other rocks.
T-line. Line might be tight. Close. Yep. Yes.
Janie Flynn Burton with the come around attempt to the top 8.
Wait there.
Gee, she thought it
All
had.
there.
Yeah, it's all there. Okay.
Line might have been a little tight, and then it straightened
I
up.
want you to sweep it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And the weight's all there, so there's
Good, Jane. That's good.
It's not a bad shot.
nope, behind the guard, but it is just on the tee line. So a nice freeze here with Manitoba can get them out of a little bit of trouble so far. See if this one will curl in there with her release and
Room.
being a little straighter on the wing here with some late finish.
I think it runs faster.
Got a curl. Yep.
You know,
Yep. Hard. Hard. Hard.
It's coming in there good now.
Hard. Hard. Don't leave it. Hard. 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 Hard.
I think they just didn't get on it early enough, and it was a little bit light. They didn't communicate that,
and her rotation is maybe she throws a different rock than the Nova Scotia girl. So her rock is a little bit softer release.
that will curl.
And so
curl
it
more.
picks up the curl more.
Do you want to play hack ways? Okay. Hack.
Could get a little flop on the inside of this, and,
Yeah.
and
Actually, it
Either
doesn't
that or
get
you can draw.
third shot.
Either one.
they're sitting 2 right now.
Yeah, and I think the discussions,
this?
they don't want to be making anything for them here.
Yeah, either one.
Okay. Hack.
Okay.
As you mentioned, they are sitting 2.
So they want to get to the inside of this rock.
Right, anything on the outside of this is probably going to jam into their shot rock on the 4 foot or in the button area.
Yep.
Hack weight's a good call because he'll get the curl.
Arjane.
Oh, geez, it wants to go. It looks.
They're holding it on the line. They're actually holding it out there pretty good.
It's fine.
Yep.
Clean, yep.
Nice
Pretty
weight.
nice.
Nice weight. On the correct side of it. Little roll under. And
Very nice shot.
Nova Scotia is looking pretty right now.
You can run that one back. Sure.
You can draw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or we could draw here.
Yep, she's trying to sell the draw to the team. Run back with a draw, and the
Run
team's
back first.
wanting to run back, and
Okay.
I think they've overruled her. So the run back double is there. I'm sure that's what Kathy is looking for on this one.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
This will curl.
Yes.
Well, they need it to come up some.
Hard. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Good shot.
At a girl.
Okay, got rid of the one. Center guard still up on the one in the button area.
But she has to.
A little bit
she has
open.
A decision, right?
Right. Kind of a similar shot, just on the other side now.
Same weight. Board. Okay.
I'm trying to just a quiet hit across the face. And a roll underneath the red guard again.
I don't even think it's that bad if she just sat right there. Then she could use it. Like if they decide to try and come down to that yellow rock, then you have a rock out there that's sitting there.
Clean. Perfect.
Nice.
Good sweep, Teresa.
Yeah, because now the yellow cannot be used
Right.
to promote into the button area. And Manitoba has a chance to get out of this.
Right.
If
They
you
would
get
have
by
hit
the
and
red one,
stuck.
the yellow in the top ring shouldn't come into play, and you can come down and freeze the one on the button. And if you
And
tap
get out
it
of this
perfectly,
end.
if you tap it perfectly, you might even sit one, and it'd be a really good steal opportunity for Manitoba here. So first stone for Kathy Isaac here in the third end.
Yep. Yep.
Okay, wait only.
Yes. Line. Yes.
They have been running a little straight here, so
Wait only.
I think it catches the curl once it hits
yeah,
that 4 foot line,
this
right?
rock looks pretty good.
Yeah, it does.
Ah.
Well,
Bad.
touch heavy,
Sorry, guys.
but shot rock, and the angle with that rock being half buried
Can't use it.
set the jam on that back yellow that you tapped up. So
Let me just see.
Maybe it's time to heal the guard. What do you think?
If you
2 rocks left for Nova Scotia here.
over here.
Again, open it up. You do have
Got the hammer.
third shot on the
Then
outside.
get over the top, like we gotta hit.
Got to give yourself a shot at the end here.
She also bumped this back.
With the score 0-0, one is pretty big.
You don't think we can get in? You don't think we can get inside the back line?
Whatever you want. I don't. You can't get to the inside of that. I don't think.
Okay.
Do you think you can get to the inside of that? I'm not sure. You can only see to here. Okay.
Okay.
Whatever you feel like. What do you want? You have a look at it. Yeah.
A lot of discussion on the shot.
Yeah, they know that it finishes in there with quieter weight, but you want to have enough to move it out of there, and you run the risk of tapping it onto that
Let's
back
just peel
yellow.
it.
Yeah. So what do you?
So 9.5.
What's that?
9.5.
Yes. Yeah. You don't need any more than that. Okay.
We've opted for the peel on the rock in the house, but what would be the other shot would be to peel it. If it hits the guard, that's okay too.
9.5. Just
My
peel it.
thought.
Open it up.
Open it up.
Open it up. Yeah, and there's
yourself a
there is a
couple of
little bit of
shots.
room here, but there is also the jam and leave it buried.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll see how she makes out with this. She can see a good, well, more than she needs to. So just try and hit this as skinny as she can with enough to get it out of the rings.
And they're throwing 9.5 on this shot, so it should stay a little straighter.
she does execute it, Manitoba will have the same kind of shot coming in there again, except not needing to tap it this time.
Make it curl. Make it curl.
And she's going to be close. She's
Yeah.
trying to get it
Got
down.
it.
Looks
Picked
really
it.
good. Yep. Oh,
Oh, nice
very
shot.
nice shot.
Good shot, Teresa.
Cleared the back one. So a good shot there by the Nova Scotia skipper and Manitoba. And now just put it back.
And now they've moved that rock to the back of the 4-foot, so if they freeze up to it, it's going to force Nova Scotia into drawing for one, taking
Right.
their end away from them.
Right.
It was a great first shot that Kathy Isaac made, coming in there and following.
Yeah, they didn't sound like they were 100% pleased with when they tapped it, but I think it ended up in a pretty good spot, putting it back there.
Not bad.
Forced Nova Scotia to just pick and roll out, and they elected to do that. And now she gets a very similar shot. So as a skip, you kind of like to have the same shot.
Looks like a little bit more weight. They're not touching it.
Yeah, and this will tend to run with the extra weight. The sweepers aren't anywhere near the rock. They're backing off. And this is not good.
Okay. Do you want to play? You could play what she just played.
Looks like she might have a little tap back for 4.
Yes.
Or do you just draw for 3? Take your 3 and run.
I think you throw it out there and you let the sweepers make it for the 4.
Yeah, and you definitely know the ice because we've had every rock almost down that spot.
Right, and if it over curls and you chip your own yellow in the back 4, you're not going to be hard enough that it's going to take either one of them out of play. You only need to move that red rock in the back 12, one complete rock tail, count the top 12 yellow.
Well, they were patient. They waited 2 ends, blanked 2 ends, and now in the 3rd end they get a huge opportunity to
Yeah, that was
go ahead in the game.
I'm sure that Kathy would like to have that one back.
Yeah, she wants that rock back.
it-
After making such a great first shot, right?
Right. I mean, even if you were a little bit heavy and you chipped and rolled off, you wouldn't be in a much different situation than you are right now. You just have to be, short of it or on it.
Right.
Clean.
This has got a curl a little bit.
Yeah, this is well out here.
She's got nice weight though.
Go, Carrie.
Yeah, it's got to come a long ways.
Go, Carrie.
Hard carry.
She's trying to move it over. She's got a fair bit of weight. Yeah. So a little bit of a missed opportunity there,
But they've got their 2.
Got a
so
deuce.
2 for Nova Scotia and goes on the board. 2-0.
All right. And we will be back with N4 action.
I love that curling is a team sport, that we're able to travel the world with friends and family and experience the journey with fans as well. The sport demands so much, whether it's fine motor skills or both physically and mentally taxing. And it's just a fun social sport that you're able to kind of make an extended family all over the world.
Everest is here to support you in the moments that matter. Learn how at everestfuneral.ca.
And welcome back to the Everest Senior Curling Championships. We are following the Nova Scotia-Manitoba ladies game. And we actually had an end with some rocks in play. It's Dan Holowichik here with Penny Shantz, and Nova Scotia got their deuce, but they had a potential chance for a bigger end than that, so they won't be overly happy with it. And I think Manitoba is a little bit happy just giving up the deuce there at the end. So
That's right. It just seemed in that one spot that it was a little bit weight sensitive.
10.5.
And first the Manitoba skip was a little bit heavy, and then Teresa maybe didn't quite need to throw as much weight, but it sure didn't come up. It stayed right out there.
yeah, just that little bit extra, maybe a little pop on the release.
Maybe.
And you know, we've been seeing, if anything, missed running on the wide side. So we'll see if that stays consistent for the rest of the game here.
Very nice.
So that was Mary Sue Radford that just threw that. Mary Sue has quite a what do you
Curling
call it?
resume?
Oh yeah, curling resume.
Yeah.
And on top of that, so she is Chief Operating Officer and Director of Finance at the Department of Medicine at Dalhousie and Nova Scotia Health. And I'm wondering, how does she get enough time off to come here and curl? Right?
Yeah.
That's a very
Big responsibility.
job, right?
Wow.
So she throws lead, but she calls the game here.
Shot.
She was at the Scott Tournament of Hearts in 2004, 2005, 2006. She was 5th for Colleen Jones when she won the Worlds in 2004. She also has played for Mary Matitol in Nova Scotia. She played the Scott. She was the 2nd for Colleen. I think she took Mary Ann's spot actually. And
I believe so, yeah, for a few years.
You're holding it. You're fine.
Okay, clean.
she's been to the Nationals
Good sweep.
14
Good
times.
sweeping, Carrie.
A little bit of experience there, so that's probably why she's back there holding the broom. She's probably seen it all back there.
And I believe that she was the lead for Teresa Breen in 2021, 22, and 23 when Teresa was at the Scotties.
Is it Scotties or was it here? Might have been seniors.
Might have. Are they old enough?
I'm not sure.
I guess that would be the seniors, right? Thinking Christine Black, Nova Scotia.
Yeah, well, they will let us know if it wasn't.
That's right.
So pretty, as we get into the fourth end here, we're well into it, into the third or seconds or last rocks. And we have an empty house. So after having a lot of rocks in play last end, little change of gear here. You know, Manitoba with hammer in the even end, or sorry, Nova Scotia. I thought they might be a little bit more aggressive.
Yeah. I think they would be. I'm just looking at some notes here, and it says that Teresa's last Scott Tournament of Hearts was 2000. So I guess that was the seniors, right?
Yeah, so that was her last one. Yeah.
Yeah, 15-3. That's good, guys. Good sweep.
So yeah, and Manitoba not wanting to mix it up
Good sweep.
and get things going here in fourth. Looks like we'll just have a play in the house this end. Maybe saving up for stuff in the second half.
I still think the fourth end is, you want to go into that fourth end break with a point or two on the scoreboard. It's opportunities there. It's early in the end.
Agreed. I think they could have taken, you know, a little bit more of a chance this end. Like they were bailing out early.
And with an 8-end game, you don't have a whole lot of ends to do that.
That's right.
Threw less weight on that one. Hooked it there.
You get that. You get that.
Nova Scotia's going to continue to just put it in the house. They've got their 2-point lead. Put it in the house, keep it simple.
Yeah, they don't have to take any of the risks right now. It's all up on Manitoba. And yeah, they're quite content to play it in the house, and hopefully force an easy blank attempt or force of one.
Line's good.
Top 4.
Team has good communication.
15-3.
15-3. Still keen.
Good sweep. Nice, Carrie.
Top 4, connecting threes. Swept a little bit of the way. Nice bit of curl.
So the winners from the nationals here, they go on to Fredericton to the World Championships, and that's later in April. At the same time that the World mixed doubles is going on there.
Yeah, they've been hosting the World Mixed Doubles and the seniors at the same venue for many years now.
This year it just happens to be a couple hours down the road. Dan, you're a two-time world champion in seniors, and your trips were to Switzerland and Sweden.
Yeah, and actually we're very fond of the Maritimes for the Canadians as well.
The mixed doubles is kind of an interesting, their last event to qualify for the Olympic trials is next weekend, I believe, in Banff and Canmore.
Yeah, what a lovely place to go to for
89
for an event.
So they have for the world or for the Olympic trials, they'll have 16 mixed doubles teams. They've already determined 7 of the teams that will compete. The one in Banff will give them one more, and then the final 8 will be based on their standings in world doubles.
Yeah, and you'll probably be quite familiar with a lot of the names in that event, as a lot of the teams from the Slam Spills will break up and join together forces as mixed teams and
right.
mixed doubles.
Yep.
And then that team that wins there will go to the World Championships that we were talking about in Fredericton.
Yep. All the way.
And based on that, they have to, that qualifies them to go to the Olympics.
Yep.
And on our feature sheet here, they're just exchanging rocks. Only one rock in play into the skip rocks now. So
keeping it clean in the 4th end.
Yeah, so I think Manitoba's going to have a little huddle at the halfway point here, and they may have to get a little bit more aggressive in the second half and see if they can force Teresa Breen and her team maybe into some quiet or come around and some guards in play. Teresa looking just for a hit and stay here.
10-5, nice weight.
Yep, running right down the 4-foot line.
Yep. Yep. Stay with it to the end.
Just gonna roll a little bit, change the location for this hit. While we're waiting for Kathy to go down there, I can give you a quick little update on the other sheets in our building here. We have Newfoundland scoring a big 4-ender over Yukon in the 3rd end, so they are now up 4-1 with Yukon having the hammer. On the sheet right beside us, we also have another men's game with PEI in Ontario, and PEI, they're changing singles there. They've scored 1 in the 3rd, so they are now up 2-1 with Ontario having the hammer in the 4th end.
Okay, and there's some excitement on the other side of the wall there as Alberta's James Paul scored 5 in the 3rd end. So after 4 ends, he's winning his game against Northern Ontario, Rosengren, 7-1.
Good save, thank you. Was wobbly.
For how that developed.
I know I've seen it on our end on the other side of it, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's
Good
right.
go
You
for
played
Alberta.
those guys quite a bit, right?
Yeah, they've kind of got our number a little bit lately, so.
That's okay. My son used to curl in Sherwood Park against him too, and he had his number too. And James told me the other night that they had a shot at 8, but they got 7 or something like that against my son. And I go, what? Are you sure it wasn't the other way around? That doesn't happen.
I'll bet you there's a lot of people watching that. That doesn't happen all the time.
Anyways, they didn't get their 8. On the other sheet, on sheet F, it's Joanne Rizzo from Ontario, and she is winning the game after 4 ends 3-1, playing Prince Edward Island Bradley.
Yeah, it looks
All right.
And they're all in their 4th end break.
Ooh, sit.
And back to our feature sheet.
That's flying. Sit.
That's the Lonely Rock you'll see in play right in the back 12. And Manitoba is going to try to hit and roll out, blank this end, carry the hammer into the 5th end.
Lynn was going to go for the 4th end.
Let's see if she's successful.
No, I have to throw.
Priority here is make some contact.
How much do you want?
This is where you don't want to stick. You've played your whole end clean. And then guess what happens?
Yeah,
take one.
you're trying not to miss, and you get it going a little bit, and you throw it harder, and you end up with a nose hit. But we'll see if she gets her roll out.
Uh-oh.
There. She didn't overthrow this one.
No, she's got it. Oh, there's her one.
She's quiet.
So they were sweeping that to curl,
Maybe.
and did they want their one?
I guess they wanted one.
So little change of pace. Anyways, we have Manitoba scoring one there, and we're going to be back with 5th end action. Right now, they have Nova Scotia up 2-1 over Manitoba. We'll be back.
Curling means so much to our family. Obviously, it's a big part of our life. Isabella always says that she wants to be an Olympic champion curler when she grows up, which just melts my heart. But it also has shown them that if you work hard, anything is possible. If I was to ask them if they wanted to chase a dream, they believe that anything is possible as long as they put the work in, and it's because of watching us on the ice.
Everest is here to support you in the moments that matter. Learn how at everestfuneral.ca.
Don't forget your brooms. Come on. Okay, what else? What do you got? You got one, you got two, you got...
Just one little, please.
You make moments like these possible.
The live sports experience is changing. Teams and facilities are under pressure to provide online and in-venue entertainment. IKS Live has the right team to deliver. We provide service across North America and produce the best fan experience, in the seats or streaming to you. IKS Live continues to bring you the best seat in the house.
And obviously, you mentioned it before, but Everest has been a big sponsor, and they're also sponsoring the upcoming Senior Championships. Who should we be keeping our eye out on in Moncton this week?
That's another event that's really close to my heart. You know, I mean, obviously, I'm kind of senior age or a little bit beyond that now, and you know, it's still when people show up there, there's more curlers that I know there than the club championship. But at the same time, there's some of the younger seniors, 50 years old. I don't know who they are, but it just shows you my age, I guess you could say. But obviously, in the men's field, Paul Fleming's coming back. He won the event last year, was a world champion last year also. So he's going to be there again. I mean, there's always a bunch of returning teams that do quite well. I mean, look forward to it. Like Alberta sending James Paul again. This is his second or third trip in a row, so I suspect he'll be close. But at the end of the day, I kind of got to give the odds are that Paul Fleming will be close again in that. And in the women's, it's I think it's a little bit more open there. I mean, there's a team from Ontario. I can't remember who's skipping the team. They're back again. They were there a couple of years ago, so they're going to be close. But there's always that one team that kind of gets off to a great start and kind of carries them through the weekend. So I'm looking forward to seeing who that team is going to be this year.
It takes passion and a whole lot of dedication to meet Cavendish Farms' high standards. become an epic late night snack. Part of the ultimate breakfast. And the dinner crew crowd pleaser. From Canada's favorite French fries to onion rings, hash browns, and potato tots, Canadians can count on Cavendish Farms to serve top quality every time. Cavendish Farms, made our way, enjoy your way.
And welcome back once again to the Everest Senior Curling Championships. We are going to resume with fifth end action in our ladies match here between Manitoba and Nova Scotia. And Manitoba elected to get their 1 in 4. So we have a tight match, 2-1, but Nova Scotia now has the hammer. So we're gonna see how aggressive the Manitoba's gonna play. Maybe they wanna put a lot of rocks up in front, but the very first one is short of the hog line, so that part of her game plan so far not so good.
And so of course Teresa she's asking for the corner guard. She wants to score at least her 2 this end. That would be the goal.
2 with the hammer or more.
Right.
That's always the objective.
Isn't it? I mentioned this last game. Go for your 2 and the rest will come.
Heavy.
Actually, I had a team
mop,
come up to me and say they really liked that and they were going to do that.
T-line?
So thanks, Kenny Brown.
There you go.
Is that what you guys were saying?
I said top 12.
Oh, okay.
So last end, it looked like we were going for a blank end there, but then at the end, a rock came up and she got a nose hit.
Stick it out, Sandra.
Maybe a little bit light on the weight. For,
yeah, and I think they indicated that, and so we'll see. Once again, it's no guards, and I think, quite frankly, Nova Scotia's willing to play open and blank and kill another end. And that one is going to be just hanging in the very back. So Nova Scotia with a chance to split the house here.
Is it their 2?
Right. That one being very far back, it's going to be able to hit and roll over that way if this one's anywhere near the tee line, maybe in front of it. And Manitoba will be able to get out of it.
Those are the ones that are kind of sprinkled.
Yeah, lots
I call them,
of line.
and
Like it's
you want your
motoring.
rocks to
be
out on the sides. That's where you can score a lot of points. It's
Where
not
are
when
we
they're in the
now?
middle. If you're playing in the middle, you're not going to score as much. It's going to end up, somebody's going to get 1.
Sometimes those biters will come back to bite you.
They're going to bite you.
That's good.
Good judge.
She's going to opt to hit this one. Maybe roll in towards that other one.
So I think you mentioned that we do have streaming happening on a couple of the other sheets. You could also go to TSN Plus if you've joined us through the youtube.com/Curling Canada. Just a quick update on the ones that we can see on the other side there as they went to break. Yukon did get a deuce in the 4th, and they now trail Newfoundland 4-3. And Ontario did get a deuce also in the 4th, so they pull ahead of PEI 3-2 with PEI having the hammer there.
She's opted to hit this rock. It's at the back behind the tee line, which is okay. They know they're going to be sitting 2 there, and that's fine. So Janie also had another story. So during COVID, she would watch curling games with her friends. They would watch old curling games, and then they would, to watch the games, they'd also invite the curlers that were playing in the games, the skips. So she invited Pat, Ryan, and Eugene Ritzik from 1988. That was their favorite. And they joined them to watch the game.
Take it out, Sheila.
Wow.
Yeah. So they had commentary. on
Virtual?
what was going on.
Virtually,
Yeah.
of course, with COVID?
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, a little bit of a missed opportunity there, a hit and roll out. So Manitoba will be able to get off the hook in this end.
Curl.
Trying to hit and stay in the back ring with not a lot of room to play with here. These ones are always harder to stick around. You'll find a lot of times with a little softer weight. And they're trying to get this one to move over. Once again, the outside really running on these girls. And
is that out?
She said it was stealing. We can't see it from our vantage point, but they're not taking it off, so it might be touching the back line. It is off the center, so
it's one of those annoying rocks because it's in the way.
The trip hazard.
Yeah, the trip hazard.
Yeah, so everybody will have to be aware of that one back there. And because if they kick that one, trying to replace that one could be tough to see how close it really is to the rings. Still have 8 rocks to go this end, so we'll see if that one hangs on for the rest of the end.
T-line's good.
Back 12.
Oh.
Now they're calling a little deeper. Back 12 one will set up the double opportunity.
Nice, Jane.
Or at least a hit and roll on top.
Good shot.
It's okay.
Wait on that one so she get too enticed for you then.
So we got Kathy indicating she wants to hit and roll. And if it hits a little skinny, get yourself a double. See if this one runs on the wide side here. Try to pay attention to her release. And that didn't look like it was in out. So this one's coming up.
She might have tightened up her ice from the start of the game. A lot of her shots were wide.
Right.
The outside in.
All the way.
So let's see, she's gonna be rolling. And it's the old dreaded roll over the top without staying, and didn't touch the back one, right in the middle of both. So not thick enough to hit and stay on top of that one, and not thin enough to get the double.
But close.
Very close. So Mary Sue Radford is asking
her third,
Carrie
Denny,
to replace one on the right-hand side, and maybe a little bit higher this time. Make it a real steep double,
really glided.
but we'll always leave the hit and roll on top.
Good,
Right
yes.
under ring, so you want to be careful.
And we did just find out another interesting fact about Mary Sue.
We did.
And this entire event.
Yeah, she's the only female player out here who has won this event, gone to the Worlds. So she played lead for Colleen Jones and Nancy Delahunt and Kim Kelly in 2016, won the Canadians in Digby, and then went on to, isn't that what they said? Yeah.
Yeah, I think, or was she might even been the second on the team. We'll have to double check that one. But yeah, only one in the field to have won this event. On the men's side, I think we have about 4 or 5 of the teams that have won. So we've got a pile of guys trying to get back to the Worlds.
So Mary Sue's looking for her first time as I guess she's the skip out there, calling the game.
So once again, Manitoba close to the double, but hit and roll out. And Nova Scotia is just going to continue to try to get their deuce this way.
I thought more.
Oh, she thinks she threw a little more weight here.
Well,
but they're cleaning it.
They're cleaning,
so
so
it should be okay.
if they thought it was really heavy, they might want to be right off, and now they're off. So, yeah, this has got a little bit of speed. We're going to go for a hard sweep here. Let's dig it in.
Oh my God.
And perfect weight.
Oh, here we can see this other one. It does not look in.
No, it looks like it's touching the back line, but not on the rings, but our camera angle is from the button, so it might be just because of that angle that we can't see the overhead straight over the edge of the rock.
That's right. Doesn't look like it's out of.
So we're in the same boat as all you viewers. Place your bets.
biting.
Oh, they're both just biting, she said. So there you go.
Okay, first priority here, you do want to stay, make her make the hit and stay. Right now, they've been giving them, I call easier shot of just drawing over to the wide side as opposed to maybe hitting and rolling and lining them up for the double. So trying for the hit and stay and keeping it out wide, making it a very tough double for Kathy's last one.
Curl, curl.
Well, that looks like it went way out there.
Yep, just trying to get this one to move over. And this is just running down the sheet and it's backing up to the, I think it hit the line, so they could have probably pulled that one off. Now they're putting 3 into play. They're gonna split the house the other side.
Because it's not. I'll give you a little more. Okay. I'll give you a bit extra.
Get these rocks well split so that there's no chance for hit and rolls or it's hard. Right?
Yeah, there's no double in those 2 that are currently there. And so they put another hanger in the very back on the other side of the ring here. They're gonna be looking at giving up a potential 3-ender here.
Haven't played going this way yet,
Nope.
so we'll see if it's as keen as it is going the other way.
Right, Teresa Breen just trying to
I think it's lots.
split the house wide on the other side, the open side.
Jane, I think it's lots. I think it's tons.
The skipper thinks it's lots. Sweepers are just cleaning it down, walking it down. It doesn't look like a whole lot, but
yeah.
she's going to have some of the paint. What color?
I'm going to just do this.
Oh, you know those skippers, they always, you know.
I think.
Because I can.
Leave it to your sweepers, kind of.
Yeah. Okay. So.
She's going to try and get is she trying for the hit and roll here, or is she trying for a double?
She didn't say which one she wanted here. She could probably get with a quieter weight, the hit and roll outward for shot, make the double.
My thought would be to make sure you get the hit. Right?
Hit and stay would be the first priority. Stay for shot. Make her try to hit and stay.
Sweepers.
They've been throwing a lot of draws this end. The sweepers have had a good feel for it. So getting her to change her shot definitely wouldn't hurt.
Curl.
She's asking it to curl pretty early, so.
It looks like it.
Yeah, it's running down the outside. She's trying to get it for the double. It'll have enough of it to stay. It doesn't touch the back one at all.
That one stayed there the whole.
Now we're gonna find out. They're gonna put the biter bar to it to make sure.
Oh, sorry. This is last rock, right?
Yeah.
But it was the Manitoba skip that said that they were sitting 2 with those biters.
Right.
So.
Yeah. We haven't heard anything from Nova Scotia, and I don't know if anybody's gonna go and kick that rock off or.
If they say 3 automatically, yeah. It's over. Yeah. So she's got the same shot here for 3 points.
All right.
She just threw it. She knows it. Sweepers know it. This piece of ice.
So really another end with not any rocks in the guard area.
No.
And chance for multiple points. So.
I don't think I'm heavy. I don't think I'm heavy.
Just keep it clean. Yeah, good, Jane. That's good.
Yeah, she's got good rotation on this rock. It should glide pretty good for them. The sweepers don't seem to be in any panic.
15.
Any part of the rings will work for them.
Now let's just swing.
And we'll see what they have to say about that back one if we can.
Making a decision.
Sorry, what did you say? Oh. It's not, but if you want to check it, go right ahead. Yeah.
Check it.
Okay,
So it's
we're
2?
saying 2 and we're
sure,
checking for 3. Yeah, okay.
Well, there you heard it. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're not 100% sure for the 3. I think Kathy of Manitoba there was quite confident that it was 3, so they'll just put a stick on it, the biter bar, and see if it touches, because it's the back line can be, the rock can be on, but not on the rings, depending on where it's at. There's an overhead view.
Doesn't really look
And
like it is
from wherever that overhead is. I don't know if it's directly over the rock to the side, or we do have a cameraman down there, but we'll have the official come out.
I'm going to say it's not in.
That's your bet?
That's my bet.
From those angles, look at that. We're zooming in, and but that's our overhead camera from the button area.
And sometimes the rings are out.
Sometimes the rings are out, but that's a little bit of angle. We'll see how Kathy Isaacs are. Yeah, there's a shot from our on ice camera, and it does look like it's out. So
yeah. Got a couple of camera angles are saying it's out, but
that's a good camera angle right there. We'll be able to see the biter bar come by. Oh, it's solidly on.
Wow.
So that's how much camera angle we got to deal with. So anything that looks like it's about half an inch off the rings,
it's on.
It's on. And this is the end of our fifth end. So a big score of three points there for Nova Scotia. Take a commanding lead of 5-1. We'll be back with sixth end action right after this.
Curling means so much to our family. Obviously, it's a big part of our life. Isabella always says that she wants to be an Olympic champion curler when she grows up, which just melts my heart. But it also has shown them that if you work hard, anything is possible. If I was to ask them if they wanted to chase a dream, they believe that anything is possible as long as they put the work in, and it's because of watching us on the ice.
Everest is here to support you in the moments that matter. Learn how at everestfuneral.ca.
It takes passion and a whole lot of dedication to meet Cavendish Farms' high standards. To become an epic late-night snack. Part of the ultimate breakfast. And the dinner crew crowd pleaser. From Canada's favorite French fries to onion rings, hash browns, and potato tots, Canadians can count on Cavendish Farms to serve top quality every time. Cavendish Farms. Made our way, enjoy your way.
He's trying to get that one in the 4 foot. Oh, that was almost a good shot for 2 or 3.
Yep. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Back to action at the Everest Senior Curling Championships
Yep.
here in Moncton, New Brunswick. We are covering the action on sheet D. We also have a couple games going on the other side in our sheet E and F. Only 5 games going on this draw, and we'll be back with a full slate all day tomorrow, starting at 10 a.m., 2 o'clock, and 6 o'clock Atlantic time.
That's right.
Top 12.
Actually, line's good, you guys.
Line's really good.
So now Nova Scotia is
Right
up
here.
a few. They're up 5-1. They have
Line's
good control
great.
of this
Make sure
game.
We're here. Starting to curl
So
over
they're
curl a bit.
probably gonna
Yeah.
try and keep it as clean as possible. They don't want any guards in
14-9.
play.
Yeah, beauty. Great weight.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Manitoba goes for another corner here or tries to just tap one back in behind. So she's not going, in my mind, full aggressive here. You know, it's still very, very early in the end, and they are down a sizable amount with only 3 ends left to go.
Curl. Curl it, Sheila. Curl it hard. Hard, 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 hard.
She's got a piece of it. Good sweeping.
Yeah.
My fault.
Rolls out. So I think I'd like to, you know, if you're going to play any kind of hit on that rock, maybe you want to tap it in behind your corner rock, keep your rock in play. Any of their rocks that are behind the tee line, you know, are useful for you to use later in the end. She's going to need a multiple score here. Her scoring 1 is still going to leave her down a lot, and with only 2 ends left to go without the hammer,
It's going to make it tough.
very, very tough. And then, you know, the Nova Scotia team is playing well. You know, they've had a lot of chances for the draws and stuff, and, you know, I don't see them missing a whole bunch later in the game here. So I think Manitoba's going to have to take some more chances here.
Yeah, line's great. Yes, yes, yes. Yep. Yes.
Nice, Jane. Nice.
That's a nice shot.
Yeah, Nova Scotia's bringing the rocks into the house, not wanting to put another guard up for Manitoba to maybe utilize. Manitoba, once again, is trying to play hit and roll under the corner.
And a hit and roll is not at, maybe at the elite level. That's an easier shot, but I don't think the percentage is very high. It's hard to get a good hit and roll.
Right. If she wants to go around the corner, you could draw one there, tap the yellows up later. Just can't be rolling out here. So, good shot, hit and stayed. Nova Scotia is going to have to navigate that red stone around the back yellow. Maybe they roll out, and then then maybe they can put that corner guard into play for Manitoba.
I'm thinking they even should maybe go up and rip that corner guard right now.
Yeah, we're past the 5 rock rule part, so everything's free game.
And the other team has to deal with that rock in the.
Yeah, clean it. Clean.
They're quite comfortable with this one. Nice throw, nice clean.
Yeah, nice, comfortable.
Yeah.
Really good throw. Easy weight.
Good throw.
And you know what? They didn't need to stay there. They don't need any more rocks in play. They've got one in the button area. We'll see what Manitoba wants to try to do with this one. See if Kathy just comes around the corner.
Dan, the more rocks that Manitoba or that Nova Scotia leaves in play, the more friends they are for the Manitoba team. So they're thinking, no, we don't want anything in the house. They've got their one on the button.
Yeah, looks like maybe not for long. So Manitoba hitting and rolling on this one. They could have froze, could have drawn around the corner. They're electing to play the hit and roll.
Hard, hurry.
On this one,
have turned it a little bit.
Yeah, they're trying to hold this one straight.
Right up.
Oh.
Right up hard. Okay.
Okay. Now that guard's going to come off.
Do you like the peel?
Now they're going to go for the peel. Yeah,
Or are you going to play the 12? Let's peel.
Yeah.
Good call.
9. Yeah.
9.
Yeah, that's peel.
Yeah, 9-5's good.
Oh, 9-5's good.
Okay. So a little more controlling, but just needs a piece of this one. The rocks
Because
are
they don't
lively
want her
enough.
to overthrow it either and then miss it all, right? So.
Yep. Yes, Jane. Yep.
A very
good
nice,
throw.
very nice peel. Spin action,
Very good.
rolling out on its own, and just the one lonely rock for Manitoba to work with here. I think she has to try to freeze.
I think she does. Or just bump it a little bit.
Put something around it.
She's
and
opted
hope
to
that
hit.
Nova Scotia's maybe a half shot miss and jams it or something. But she elects to go with the straight hit on it.
And I would think Nova Scotia likes that call, right?
Less rocks in the house. Play late in the ends with a big 5-1 lead.
Curl.
So she hits that and rolls over to the edge of the 4-foot. And I don't think Nova Scotia is going to waste any time. Put the broom down. Just a hit and stay right there.
Yeah, we've got 3 ends to play, and Manitoba is losing 5-1. So the scoreboard says that you should be trying to generate maybe some offense. Go for it a little bit more aggressively, especially in the 6th end.
Exactly, with 2 hammers to 1.
1 is not going
force.
to be good enough in the 6th end to.
And the Nova Scotia team is playing well. That you can't be expecting them to start missing a whole bunch of rocks here.
I don't think so.
So.
It's clean. No, it's all good.
Just
It's just
good rotation.
Nice carry. Nice carry.
I always like that. Nice, just clean.
Yeah, when you hear that, when you've thrown it, it's, oh good, we made it.
It's always a good feeling when you come out with your ace slide and you got a nice release and it's just clean. So Manitoba trying to go for this, the hit and stay.
We lost one here. Yes. Yes. Okay.
Right on the nose.
Right on the nose.
With a little bit of roll.
Straight hit.
Well, I would have to think that Manitoba is going to be putting a pile of guards up in the next end. Because either way, they're going to be running out of time. Teresa just looking for a hit and stay somewhere here.
Yes. Gotta go. Yep.
They're on it a little bit early, but it seems to be holding the line pretty good. Onto a clean.
Good, you guys.
Interesting that Teresa curled with Paul Fleming. He's the Nova Scotia skip here that won last year. And Teresa was on his team for the mixed back in 2008. They won the mixed, or 2011. They won the mixed together.
Yeah, represented Nova Scotia.
Right. I also curled with Teresa one year. Marilyn Bodo, Teresa curled with Marilyn Bodo and Susan Froud, and they were in the Canada Cup in Kamloops. And Marilyn couldn't make it, so I was living in Kelowna skipping my own team, and they asked me to come in and fill in as a skip.
Nice. How'd you guys do?
We didn't win.
Didn't win?
No, it didn't work to bring in a new skip. But we had a lot of fun.
Well,
and
you had
I'll
a good
never
time.
forget it, yeah.
Priority one.
So we curled together.
Yep. This is hanging on the line. They're trying to get it to move over. Not sure this one's going to hang around. Not enough to get the Yellowstone out. There's nothing in play.
Yeah, which one do you want to go? Either one. You went there before or here. Wherever you want to go.
Where do you want to hide it?
Okay.
Yeah, looking for a spot where maybe nobody's been before, and you can see Mary Sue's like, well, let's try this one
Mary
maybe.
Sue decides.
There you go.
That's a nice decision to make. There's not too much pressure on the call, and
No.
pretty much put it anywhere.
Oh, a nice comfortable 5-1 lead. So last stone for Nova Scotia skip. Just trying to put one in the rings here. And, you know, I don't think Nova Scotia would be upset either way if Manitoba hit the state or they hit and rolled out. It just burns up another end with a 4-point lead.
Yeah, 14-5.
It's got some good rotation and it's
heavy.
sliding. And she's going to give it a go.
Oh.
And
it's stuck in there again. They're good at that shot today.
There's
Right?
been a lot just barely hanging on. I used to bug my skip Wade White, and I'd tell him every time a rock was coming behind the tee line, he'd start sweeping and they'd stay in the rings, that he stopped it. And if he wouldn't have touched it, it'd go out there by itself. But
I find in practicing, one of the good practice strategies is to throw guard. Try and throw one tee line, and then try and throw one back, right? Get your weights.
Yep.
And then do it again. So they must have practiced that shot to just be a biter at the back of the house.
Yeah, we didn't see all the draw to the button shots pre-game there and how many slipped, but it was a quicker time for a lot of them.
Don't leave it. Hard.
This is curling up, and it's way deep in the back of the house. You got to try to hold it for peace, and they do. So the blank end there for Manitoba. So they'll take the hammer into the 7th end, but they will trail 5-1. And we'll be right back.
From cash spiels to Grand Slams, club competitions to world championships, there's a lot to keep up with on the pebbled ice. Stay up to date with the Hardline Curling Show, your weekly source for everything curling, with the latest event results, breaking news, interviews with players, executives, and insiders. Plus, behind-the-scenes access you won't get anywhere else. Follow us on Facebook, X, Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube. Make sure you don't miss a thing.
This is it. It all comes down to this rock. The hours in the gym, the weeks away from my family. This is what I've been training for. And all those voices trying to tear me down, I'm here to silence them. We've given everything we have for a chance to get everything we want.
And welcome back, folks, to the Everest Senior Curling Championships. We are capturing the action on Sheet D with the Manitoba and Nova Scotia women. Nova Scotia up 5-1. Couple ends left to go, Penny. And it doesn't look very good for the Manitoba team here. They're really going to have to get aggressive, put a lot of guards up, a lot of rocks in play here. And if they're unable to do so, they're going to be an uphill battle here against Nova Scotia, who seems to be playing quite well.
Well, I like to see the fact that Manitoba has put up a corner guard now. It's tight to the house. Let's see if they use it now, right?
Right, or how many they will try to put up before they figure that they're in too much trouble with all the Nova Scotia stones in play or in the rings.
But they need to score this end. This is
your
pre-end discussion. You need to score. You can't give up another point, and you're probably going to have to score 3.
Yep, and a good set of rocks there by Mary Sue Radford.
Yeah, she's right on there.
Put another one up here,
the only
or we can draw
champion out here for the women.
Or we can just push these
I don't know that when she won hers, if it was an Everest or not, but Everest is now into their 10th year of sponsorship, and greatly appreciated for everything that Mark Duffy and Randy Furby and all their crew do for all of us curlers at the senior age level. It's been a treat. Following them around
and down at
going to these events.
The club level. They also sponsor the Canadian Club Championships, and they've added another event to their repertoire, and that's they have the American.
Right, the North American.
North American, where the U.S. plays against Canada.
Yeah, they just continue to, I guess, provide support for our sport, and once again, like I said, greatly appreciated. I know all the curlers that come to these events. They know it's a premier event. We're well looked after.
Thank you, Everest, for doing that, right?
Yeah, and
thank you, Mark Duffy and Randy Furby.
And Mark will be coming out, the chairman.
He's coming out on
Thursday, so we're going to get a chance to meet him. We have a lot of newbies at the event, so they can provide their thanks to him then. So we do have a few rocks in play here. The red stones for Manitoba, not exactly your perfect double guard, and as we expected,
That's good.
Nova Scotia filling the house with their yellow stones,
packing them up in the middle.
Yeah.
Right?
So
can't use your corner guards if I've got 3 down the middle.
Yeah, and now with 5 rocks in play, I don't know that Nova Scotia is going to be putting any more in the house. They're going to be trying to eliminate anything that looks red.
I think we also have to give a shout out to Curl Canada for Robin's here, Robin Maddie and her crew, and they're doing an excellent job.
Oh, these events don't go on without all the volunteers. All the IKS live guys that are helping do the production. There's, I don't know how many sponsors other sponsors that are here.
Right.
But without all their help and everything, these things, they don't happen by themselves. And as curlers, if you come out, you'll appreciate it. Even the fans that show up here, they're treated well.
10.5.
We actually celebrated a birthday yesterday. Stu, our announcer, he's been doing this, I think, for 10 years as well. It was his birthday yesterday, so we had a little, at the opening reception, little happy birthday stew.
Yeah, and I know he's well into Masters era. I haven't seen him out in any of the Masters play-downs. He's just announcing. But yeah, happy belated birthday, Stu.
He probably won't appreciate that little plug on his birthday, but that's okay.
Well, once again, we have still 3 yellow rocks in play belonging to Nova Scotia.
Yeah, they have total control of this. I don't know if I'd hit this rock.
Manitoba trying to hit and roll underneath her 2 reds. Trying to get something going here.
You really need to get rocks in play, and by playing a hit, you're not.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, tapping rocks behind the tee line that you can utilize behind the corner guards. You know, when you're down this much, that's what you should be playing.
Yeah, I think I want to be Nova Scotia's rocks right now, right?
Yeah, I mean,
they do have a hanger over there.
They
later.
I mean,
I don't think there's any point in hitting that, but let's get rid of this, okay?
I agree.
Yeah, either one.
Yeah.
You like that, Dan? I like
Because
that.
you can also hit and roll over here. You got
Yeah, that looks good.
sure, and if you can get rid of 2 red ones, even better.
Nine,
You know,
9.5, 9.5.
You got it, Carrie.
yeah, your yellows are in pretty good shape there. I think it's going to be another tough end for Manitoba here. They do still have 4 rocks to come.
Okay, go.
They're really going to have to make some good shots to put something up on the board against Nova Scotia here. This has got to do a little bit of curling.
A little tick.
And
that's a good shot.
Yeah, that didn't hurt them. Got rid of the object stone. They're all on top of the tee line. But just, you know, Nova Scotia's just not even giving Manitoba a half shot miss here. They're making everything. And Manitoba's having to play the tougher shots, you know, the perfect hit and rolls, perfect freezes.
Try this. Hit and roll.
Just an update on the games next door to us, Northern Ontario. Rosengren playing Alberta's James Paul. And after 6 ends, James Paul from Alberta is winning 7-3.
Yep.
The other game over there is Joanne Rizzo from Ontario playing PEI's Bradley. And Joanne Rizzo, Ontario is up 5-2 after 6 ends.
With the hammer.
With the hammer.
So
she's got control of that game.
Yes. And on the other games in our side here, we're looking at topping it out here on sheet 2 there.
Yukon and Newfoundland.
And it's 5-4 for Newfoundland, and Yukon has the hammer. So a good close match going on over there. And on the sheet beside us, we have Prince Edward Island and Ontario. They've just exchanged a couple of deuces. And so it looks like we have PEI up 4-3 with Ontario having the hammer. So another good game over there as well. And on our feature match, still have 3 yellows.
3 yellows, and they're drawing in for 4.
Yellows.
Pressure is really on Manitoba right now.
Wait's good.
This is Third's last rock.
Line's nice.
12 foot.
Yep.
Yeah, line's good.
Yeah, so you want to bring this in. You don't need any guards, anything they can tap and roll under.
Okay. You know what?
Yeah, just 3.
You gotta go hard.
It's a little heavier.
That in the
there.
paint.
Her split was good.
Yeah, it's a wider path, and it was, that's
But
good.
they got the biter.
They got the biter, but it does give Kathy Isaac a little bit of chance here. Maybe tap that one, roll under, making Teresa at least have a little tougher shot, a wide open hit or a wide open draw.
She needs to draw here. Let's tap it around. They're talking at her front end is talking. Do we really want to drop? Well,
yeah, hitting an open one here is probably not going to help.
Needs to curl. Needs to curl.
At least tap this one behind the tee line. Roll under, at least roll under somewhere.
That's looking good.
Curl. Get a flop.
Up.
Get a flop.
Put it right in that hole.
Coming.
Okay.
So a little bit of something for Teresa Breen to think about here. It's a very small port to try to knock it through.
Okay, yeah. Right here. I don't.
So she's electing to just guard this because, well,
she's sitting 2.
And yeah, put the cap on it.
When I'm throwing the top 4.
And I don't know how
Yeah, just a hair.
how Manitoba is going to make a double on those 2 yellows if she caps this up.
Is there? Okay.
These ladies are curling very well.
All right,
Playing
I
with
get
confidence.
to try and throw a
Yeah,
guard.
yeah, no. If they've had a good game.
Yeah. Yeah, there's no way to get that red out of there.
Yeah, definitely not worth the risk for her to
16
try to
for
knock
guard,
it through
right?
the hole.
It's tricky.
Yeah. The guard would suffice just as well. We'll see if she can put a nice guard on the red stone here.
Gotta curl. Gotta curl.
Wait for it to curl.
Gotta curl,
Here
Jane.
it comes making its move.
Yeah, keep it going. Yeah, and also for weight.
Gotta go.
Yep, go for
Gotta
weight.
go, guys.
Keep going.
Hard line.
I want to get this one over that line.
All the way.
We're at the peak of the Everest Mountain,
Good job.
and it stops on the senior of the Everest logo. Don't think there's a hole for her to get through.
Pretty tough.
It's but I think that's all she's got. She's got to come in there with an in-turn
Just
tap
touch it.
and
But how's she gonna? She has to get to
she
the
almost
face.
has to throw some weight to hit a little bit on the outside to jam it onto the one on the butt.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Time
that's
out, girls. Come here.
Well, it looks like there might be.
Time out.
You just missed
from
that
our
one.
vantage
Just
point.
missed that one.
From our vantage point, looks like yeah, she just scrapes by center guard high enough. See, we're gonna try something here. She's gonna try to come right through the hole here and get the red one and try to put her right on that one and stick it there. She's gonna have to scrape by the outside one. So
Double this now.
You can't really see the guard, but there is guards up front, so there's not much of a hole. But
nope. But it looks like it's
looks like
almost
it's here.
like that's
Towards
about all
there.
she's got. So I think she's gonna have to give it a try. We'll see what they come up with here.
Even if you get through to tap charge, it's going to go backwards. This one, right? So I got to go for this. I think so. No,
it
I think
might.
so. Okay.
Oh.
There, I think. Okay. Yep.
Okay.
And we're back. No.
I'm.
Wonder if I should.
Did you get the call on this one? Was
Yes.
she just trying to play the
They are
double to give up
playing a
one?
double, but they have another shot, right?
Yeah.
They have the
I mean,
hammer, but I don't know what this is going to give them.
well, maybe she can make the double, stay right there, and maybe utilize it on her
Last
next one and
shot.
try to maybe slash it in there. I thought she might try that shot in the hole on our screen. It looks like a rock might
touchy.
just get through there, and she needs to make a really good shot somewhere here.
Now you can't quite see all of the rock.
Yeah, this is a little tucked, so
Curl.
asking for it to curl early. She's got it out a little bit wide, and
A little
with
bit
that
wide.
weight, it might not come up.
Yeah.
Nope. Nope. So
Okay, we have 2 rocks left here. What's Nova Scotia going to do here, Dan?
Well, I think the only shot that Manitoba has is that one through the hole. So you put another guard up there.
Guard it up
Put
there.
another guard up there, and and I can't see how you don't steal a point here.
Because you're not. Yeah,
That's
there's
probably-
nothing on those.
Probably game over if they.
Yeah.
So you kind of want to guard both.
Right here, yeah. Okay. So the thing is, you have to go at where Carrie went, so I think it's a little
Yeah,
heavy.
so they're gonna
We just warmed it up, though.
Yeah, that's
swept
true.
it the whole way.
Okay.
put another one up top.
That's a good call. And they just threw it, so they know the line.
Yeah.
That's a very difficult shot if they don't even throw this. So
Yeah, I mean, Manitoba's in a lot of trouble here,
So same weight should be all
and
right?
it could get even worse if you can believe that or not. So Teresa Breen with the guard to try to fill what may be a hole.
last
And if
rock
she-
for Nova Scotia.
She puts this in there, and there won't be a hole, and I don't think there will be a shot. So but we're going to see what they're going to try. This has to curl up to close that a little bit.
Yes, Carrie, sweep it, sweep it, sweep it, sweep it. Yep,
They're sweeping hard
curl
now.
a little bit.
They're sweeping it hard now to try not to line up a shot for them.
Right.
And they did. They did actually. You know what? That's probably all they needed was that quarter rock to fill
That's
that hole.
all they needed.
'cause if it wasn't tough enough before, it's almost impossible now.
I don't think that shot's there, Dan.
Not anymore. Like looking at the lines, and
I don't think there is a shot.
That's all we got.
no.
Is there anything?
I think that's it.
Maybe hit that front yellow one back.
Yeah. High center.
Middle.
High center onto your red and jam the back.
And
out.
hope it
So the one that's
sticks.
way up top there, you're gonna try to bring it down. Once again, hit the red. Then on the outside, get it there. There's enough room to squeak by these two yellows. So you just keep bringing it down and into that one. That's a lot of scribble.
Last shot.
Oh,
Seventh
maybe,
end.
maybe she just needed a really focused shot here. This is the one she's gonna make. A little off nose, squeak by those two yellow guards, and try to jam it onto the back one on the button.
Tough shot. I think I'd rather be throwing the guards.
Me as well.
Straight,
Oh.
straight,
Oh,
straight.
curling and they're straight. I think it
Needs to curl a little bit.
I think so too. Here it comes. It's coming up.
Oh,
not
close.
far off.
Oh.
She's not far off. What a great
nice
shot. That's shot of the night.
Yeah, that is.
Well, that keeps them alive, and we're going to get another end of action here with a great shot by Kathy Isaac. She was saving it for the big
She
TV
saved
shot.
that end. Saved her team.
Yeah, so, well, still a big hill to climb up. They score their one. They're
Nova Scotia
still-
is 3 down or 3 up coming home with the hammer.
Right, so we will come back for our 8th end action in a little bit here.
Curling means so much to our family. Obviously, it's a big part of our life. Isabella always says that she wants to be an Olympic champion curler when she grows up, which just melts my heart. But it also has shown them that if you work hard, anything is possible. If I was to ask them if they wanted to chase a dream, they believe that anything is possible as long as they put the work in, and it's because of watching us on the ice.
Everest is here to support you in the moments that matter. Learn how at everestfuneral.ca.
It takes passion and a whole lot of dedication to meet Cavendish Farms' high standards. To become an epic late-night snack. Part of the ultimate breakfast. And a dinner crew crowd pleaser. From Canada's favorite French fries to onion rings, hash browns, and potato tots, Canadians can count on Cavendish Farms to serve top quality every time. Cavendish Farms. Made our way, enjoy your way.
And welcome back, everyone, to the Everest Senior Curling Championships here in Moncton. And if you missed it, Manitoba skip Kathy Isaac just made a great raise, double raise, and one to keep them alive in this game.
Right. It was her only shot. She made it.
Yeah, and you know, it's good to see a little smile on their face. I think,
right.
you know, they've had a tough game. Nova Scotia has been really taking it to them, making everything tough on them. So as you can see, the center guard is not on the center line, so they are able to play a tick shot here. And they've made a beauty, right?
Yeah, that's
split
just a
the
great
Everest
shot.
uprights. You know.
Look at that. Oh, good.
Oh, and
okay,
I think
we're going to show you the shot from last end.
If anybody missed that one,
coming in right to the button.
Double raise, take it off, and stay right on the Everest. Beautiful shot. One she'll remember.
That was our TSN shot of the night.
Or IKS Live.
Right.
Right. That was a beauty. So still a big, big mountain to climb here for Manitoba. Trying to steal 3 on a team that's been playing pretty good.
Yeah, they're not slowing down, are they?
So, you know, Kathy and her teammates they're going to have to put a lot of guards, and another one that just squeaked over the center line. So
both would have to agree that it's off.
They may have to call an official. From our vantage point, they both agree.
So close.
But it's just off the line, so they're going to try another tick shot here.
Wow.
Okay, yeah, okay, yeah.
And the first one was made perfect. We'll see how.
A little more ice.
Okay, I'm thinking, who do I want throwing my...
Mary Sue.
Yeah, I want her throwing that rock, right? She made the first one beautiful.
Yeah, she's got good speed here, too. It's got to come up a little bit more, though. I think she's just missed this one.
Yeah, you want
those
this
are
to go
those
right
are
through.
not easy shots, but
they do not need a rock in play now. So
there's still a long ways to go for Manitoba here. No.
Manitoba needs to throw up another guard.
Yeah, and then you're going to start seeing Nova Scotia ripping the guards, trying to get the play into the house.
Oh, but she's opted to draw with this rock.
Yeah, she'll come around it.
I'm pretty sure Mary Sue will rip the guard. Peel the guard.
Yep. Just open it up. And well, she's attempting that one. I'm just going to go over to the other sheets here. On sheet 2, we got ourselves a tie game between Yukon and Newfoundland. Coming home in the 8th end with Newfoundland having the hammer. They're all tied up at 5. And on sheet 3, or C, we have Ontario, who've carried the blank over into the 8th end. They still trail PEI 4-3. And Penny, what do you have on the other side?
Okay, Ontario, Joanne Rizzo, the game is over. Must have ran them out of rocks in the 8th end. The scores was 6-2 for Rizzo from Ontario over Bradley of PEI. And the other game there was Alberta, Paul. And they also were done after 7 ends, it looks like. They won. James Paul from Alberta beat Northern Ontario, Rosengren, 10-3.
Looked like lots of ice.
So it looks like those Alberta boys started out pretty tough.
Yeah, they're good offense over there. So
right. We'll have to have a chat with them later and see what.
Yeah, I think they'll be in our building tomorrow morning draw. So tomorrow morning we will bring you what we got on tomorrow morning.
Of the two.
We have the Alberta women against Northwest Territories.
We do.
So that'll be our feature match tomorrow morning, 10 o'clock. On our current feature game, we have Manitoba trying to come around a couple of guards here. They They got the first one in the house, but it wasn't buried enough. And Nova Scotia peeled that one out. This attempt was a little tight and light and raises up the guard. So Mary Sue Radford is going to try to attempt a double peel.
I guess at this point, the more the merrier.
Yeah, you can get one. Two's a bonus. Just make sure you get one and get out of dodge with your shooter. And start counting the rocks in the back corner.
That's right.
So Manitoba needing at least steal a 3 here to get it to an extra end.
Clean. Close. Yep. Yes. Yep. Yes.
A nice, good, clean release. Good rotation.
Whoa.
Really close on this one. Oh, that's okay. Just get the single peel. Didn't have a pile of weight on that one. If they would have just checked it, it would have put it in the rings, but it was still early enough that I don't think it would have mattered for Nova Scotia.
Very impressed with the Nova Scotia team. Not only their shot making, but their calling of the game. It's been a great game for them.
Yeah, they haven't missed much.
If they keep that up, we're gonna be watching them on Saturday, I think.
Yeah, the only thing was Manitoba didn't put a lot of pressure on them and make Teresa have to make the really tough little half shots, come around taps, that sort of thing. And it'll be interesting to see if they can make those ones. If they are capable to, then yeah, they will be one of the top teams in here for sure. Because they're pretty good at the pretty clean game here so far. Pretty consistent. It's a very nice shot here. Yeah, got one nicely buried.
9.5.
Mary Sue content to just open this one up, peel the guard off, and slowly running out of red stones.
Yep. Yes.
Oh, she might have
It's a little tight on this one. Oh, she's now changed to go across the face of it, go over the high side, and roll the shooter out the other way.
Okay, that works.
2 sides to that peel.
That's right. Just make it go away.
First priority. Job 1 done.
I don't care how you peel it, just peel it, right?
It's kind of like golf, and you write a number. There's no pictures or stories allowed in there.
That's right. Last rock. No, first. Oh no, last rock for Manitoba's third. Then Sandercock.
Last chance for a guard. After that, they're all going to have to be counting in the rings, or Nova Scotia's not even going to need to throw.
This is hanging out there a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Here it comes. Yep. Curl it. Keep it coming.
You want this rock tight because you might need it.
You might have to try to maybe split to put a couple on the rings, but got a wide open hit for Nova Scotia, and unless Nova Scotia taps a red one in for them, I don't think that Manitoba's going to be able to get in.
When you say things like that, it's like the kiss of death, right? You can't say that.
Can't say that?
No.
It's not going to happen. Won't happen.
I feel pretty confident that that's not going to.
Yeah, they've been throwing them pretty good here, so.
It's got a curl, if anything. Clean. Just clean. Clean.
Yeah, doesn't need to stay. Make the red go away.
Nice shot.
Nice.
And that's the game.
Yeah, and
Thanks for the game. Thank you.
they are shaking hands.
Okay.
They didn't think that Nova Scotia was going to push them in either.
No,
so.
I don't think so.
So we have a final score here. We have Nova Scotia defeating Manitoba 5-2 in our feature match. And if you want to go to the curling.ca/scoreboard, you can see the final results of the other games, or check out the streaming that's still happening on sheets 2 and 3. And we'll be back tomorrow morning with another game.
In the morning.
All right.
Thanks, Dan.
Have a good night.
Thanks, folks.
Bye.